Hey, 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 and welcome everybody to Legion's Ladies Live. Hello, Amber.
Hi. How are you?
So, Amber had to work late and she just rushed in and jumped on. So, we need to
Hey,
give her a
wait a minute.
breath moment, right?
There's a mess and everything.
You're beautiful always, Amber.
Oh, I'm
Beautiful
struggling
always.
today, guys. Well, you should have seen that day. Oh,
Oh, we love her so much.
You look great,
And
Amber.
then
You would never know that you just rushed right in.
thanks, guys. You're so good to me.
Oh, and then of course we are welcoming Nate Baertsch, who has been on the circuit lately. Nate, you
It's
have
weird.
hit a bunch of different.
I'm no
Uh,
Curtis Ackerman, but I mean,
Uh, You're pretty close right now.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Watch
I
out,
was gonna,
Curtis. I'm coming for you.
I was gonna say, if you would have been on Mythic Conversations last night, you would have been right in the middle of a gauntlet here.
Yeah. Jeremy doesn't want to talk to me. He talks to me enough as it is.
He's afraid between the two of you that you're gonna say something you ought not.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I have to be careful. I have to mind my P's and Q's.
That's right. That's right. Nate, first of all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know Amber and myself are super pleased to have you on. Having you for a few minutes when we revealed the logo for Legion's Ladies, which is gorgeous.
Thank you.
We talked then that we definitely wanted to have you back, and I think right before Legion's Con is a great time to make that happen.
Yeah, I think so.
All
I'm
right.
happy to
Well,
come on anytime. So yeah.
well, I would say normally we do really good in the fact that, I have a bunch of questions. And my apologies to you, Nate, and to everybody out there. This is going to be just a conversation. I got nothing in front of me. Radiation is kicking my bottom, and it's taking it out of me, and I am not as prepared as I like to be, but I was so excited to talk to Nate that there was no way that we were going to put this off. So we are going to do it in just a conversation. So I am sure that we are going to hit on some stuff that I'm going to think to myself, Nate, we didn't get to finish that conversation. Can you come back? Like, I already know at the beginning that we're going to have you back again.
Awesome.
Oh,
And
so
you're gonna kick butt. You are kicking butt, Tanya. Like
I'm doing
that
my
radiation
best.
doesn't have anything on you. You're like shield maiden extraordinaire, kicking its butt. I love it.
I'm doing my best. That is for sure. So that being said, let's welcome those that we have in the chat tonight. Amber, do you want to go through our list of people in the chat?
Do it. We've got Freaks Figures,
Hey,
art by Ackerman,
there's one.
That's
Rob,
Rob, there are a few places that you can find Nate, obviously.
yeah. Just tune into any of them right now.
We've got Jordan
What's up, Jordan?
and Darla Ackerman.
And there's the second Ackerman. Hey.
Sweetie Pies. We have Dave Ork
Hey, Dave.
and Jesse,
Hey, Jesse.
Stacy Linlin.
There's two Lynns.
Waiting on a third. We've got William,
Hey, William.
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
We have Sam,
Hey, Sam.
Sam.
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Let's see.
Is that Chris? And Collectible Fun. Hello. Jordan. Nate is so gracious with his time. The community is blessed to have such an amazing artist share his experience. That's exactly right. So
Kind
gracious.
words. Thank you. Thanks, Jordan.
We've got a super chat from El Spooky Zorro. Does that Ricky Skull painting have a title?
I don't know that it's a Ricky skull, but yeah. Right now it's just scaphoid. It's a scaphoid. And it's not even the full scaphoid skull. He's missing his jaw, but yeah.
We've got Ed, Mark Halcyon,
Hey.
Jackie.
What's up, Jackie?
I just love her enthusiasm.
I know. And she joined the Mythic Conversations last night and said, I thought I was looking for Legions ladies. I said, we're on tomorrow night.
Oh, she's the best.
She is the best.
Jordan says we're proud of you, Tanya, and we love you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, so much love for Tanya.
We love you guys.
Oh, you're the best. We've got Anthony Halcyon,
Hey, Anthony.
Mythic
Mesdames. It's
Ah.
mesdames in French.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Mythic mesdames.
Thank goodness you're here because I did not know how to say that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, that's only because I can speak French.
That's so cool. What a fun fact.
Mhm.
We have DJRM.
I hope you had some Coke with those tacos.
Yeah, something to wash those down with.
We have a super chat from Ed. LL Heart, yeah. Tanya,
Thank you.
stay strong. You have the power. And then we have Biengo. And Curtis says no Kevin.
So, as some of you may know, Kevin, God bless him, last year and this year has gotten a completely free trip during the third week of October to go to the Caribbean somewhere. Last year it was Cancun. This year he is in Curacao. And he is, watching the beautiful water and having a good time. And so they have an event tonight. So he said that he would try to catch it when he could. So he may be watching. He may be on the replay team tonight because I don't know that he's going to be able to catch it live. But yeah, I am missing him tremendously, but he will be back Saturday morning for Mod Squad, and I am looking forward to seeing my honey for sure.
Nice.
But can't turn down a free trip to the Caribbean, guys.
No. No way.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, free
Never
airfare.
been. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, free airfare, free hotel room. It's an all-inclusive, so all the food, all the drink, all the everything is all included. So he does not pay anything at all to go on this trip, and so his buddy takes him. This is the second year, so hopefully they get to do it again. I'm just so excited that Kevin gets to do this. It's pretty amazing.
That's so cool.
That's
it really
awesome.
is.
I've never
All
been
right.
on an airplane.
Yeah. He didn't take a pirate costume, Jackie, but that would have been cool.
I like Jackie.
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. And I saw that Benny jumped in as well.
Yeah.
Benny, hey, hon, how are you? All right. Amber, we have some news to look at tonight.
Yes, we do. Let me see. So first,
Hey, there's Trevor.
There's Trevor. We must have gotten some likes. And if you haven't liked, go like. Kevin usually tells you guys to go like. So Trevor comes, but now he's here. Go like anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I saw this morning that the advance tickets are sold out.
Oh, that's so fantastic. And we've still got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Little.
And like 3 days, I guess.
Today's Thursday, so yeah, just over.
Yeah.
Just over.
Just over 2 weeks. Wow. And advance tickets you can still get tickets at the door, guys.
Yeah.
But it's I think $30 a day to get tickets at the door. But you can get tickets at the door. So if you didn't get advance tickets, still get tickets at the door.
Yes.
Okay.
And then hang tight. And then I kicked my own self out. Sorry guys, hang on.
Oh, it happens to me all the time, girl.
The book.
Yay!
I'm so excited for that.
Look at that cover. Slathered in Trevor photography. It's beautiful.
And that book has so much of Trevor, Nate, your art is in there as well. We have some David Williams art in there as well. And then all the bios and everything. That's the 10 years book. I am so excited. I'm so excited to get this book in hand. I think Jeremy said that there were a couple of pages where needed some correction on the wording. But once they get that corrected, it'll go to print.
That's Is this the part where I'm a little inappropriate?
Yes.
Story time. When I'm working on a package and I send it off to the guys and everybody has to proofread it. And I love Jeremy, but this is how focused Jeremy is on the details of everything, even his own stuff, where a lot of times he'll have a list of fixes for me to make on his copy. Because all I do, I just copy and paste the bodies of text onto the boxes. Like I'm copying and pasting them from the bios and from emails that he sent that he wrote. And there's always, even after he's read it and proofread it, there was one time I remember this is a roasting Jeremy show apparently. But anyway, he would, he's like, I assure you, I've read through this numerous times. And then sure enough, there's like one or two, or what's funny is it's even better when like Chris or George catch the typos that Jeremy does. And everybody does typos. That's the thing. It's not just Jeremy. Like, I remember going back to the early packages and Eric would often say, he's like, oh man, don't even get me started on my own typos. Cause a lot of times before I was doing stuff, Eric was putting all that stuff together. So typos happen. But really at the end of the day, to put a good spin on it would just be that's how much we care about this stuff. Like we don't want to just throw it out, even if it's at this stage where it's like, geez, it's done. Let's get it out there. People have been asking for it. People are waiting for it, but we want it to be the best it can be. So
yeah, the Curtis Ackerman did the art by Ackerman brushes, and he sent me the box art to have me read through it. And so I was reading through it and I showed it to Kevin, and Kevin is a graphic artist. Mm-hmm. So he does all kinds of graphic art, and he's in the printing industry. So he does a lot of printing. So he understands like how to lay things out on how to make it look better packaging wise. Cause that's something.
So we need to send all our stuff to Kevin is really what I'm
saying. So I showed it to Kevin, and And Kevin said, well, I can fix, some stuff on it. So Curtis graciously sent Kevin all of the information, and Kevin designed the coolest packaging for the Art by Ackerman brushes, and they are beautiful. I mean, it really is a neat packaging that Kevin came up with. And Curtis got the first ones in, got the first box in or whatever, and turned it over and was reading it. And Kevin had typed in ergonemic instead of ergonomic.
Let's see that in the chat here. Yeah.
Ergonomic.
So it's easy. The O and the I are right there next to each other. So, yeah.
So on the boxes right now, with the ones that came out, it says ergonomic. Kevin has already corrected it and sent the new boxes back. So if he reorders exactly what's on there, it's ready to go.
I don't think Bill has ever forgiven me. I don't know if he knows to forgive me or whoever, but I'm the one responsible for the uncone one. That's my fault. That was me. That was it was spelled correctly everywhere else on the box except for the main area where you would like to see it. The uncone one. That was me.
But we all do that. I mean, it's crazy.
Thank
that's
goodness.
fun.
We're human, and it's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, what else have we got, Miss Amber?
We've got a couple. That's it for that kind of stuff. But I got some other news for Legion's Con.
Awesome.
And then I also have some exclusives for Legion's Con stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a busy day, like I said. All right. So the customizing studio's doing their Paint-A-Palooza. Tanya, are you a part of Paint-A-Palooza? Or doing Paint-A-Palooza?
I am going to be helping out with the Paint-A-Palooza, and I'm so excited. Kevin and I are donating a Silver Knight for one of the prizes for people who come in and paint. They're going to draw for prizes and stuff while you're there as well. I believe it's Friday night.
I think so. I think I maybe got invited on the side.
Okay.
So I hope I can make it.
I hope you can too. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm excited. And yes, I will be there for Paint-A-Palooza. Love painting. It is so much fun.
The only reason I wouldn't make it is because we would all be in the pub eating those fried pickles.
Yeah.
Or the pretzels. That's
yeah.
So just come into the pub and yank me out of there and say, hey.
6:30 to 8:30.
6:30 to 8:30 Friday. Okay. Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis. And then we got, let me see. This. And then like that. It's all out of order, so just bear with me, you guys. We could just conversate, and I'll just throw stuff up whenever if you want.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, guys. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was.
That's okay. So, Nate, you are coming in on Wednesday late.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Thursday, you have to be at the studio pretty early for intern.
Yep.
Intern.
Yep. And intern is going to be fun. I've said this in the other shows, and I'll say it again here. If you are an intern and you're coming, years past, Trevor and I have shared a half hour each. So a full hour was dedicated to both me and Trevor. Yeah. This year, Trevor gets his own hour and I get my own hour. So
wow.
That probably means for my presentation, I'll be doing a little more Bob Rossi kind of stuff where I'm painting on the spot, and I'll just have more time for Q&A and all the good stuff.
That's
And
awesome.
Trevor will be busy making faces at people with blue lights, is what I hear.
That's what I hear.
I love you, Trevor. I'm just teasing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I like
Oh,
that they're doing an hour each.
yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Sure.
Jordan did say there will only be 10 spots available for the Paint-A-Palooza at the door unless you have already RSVP'd. Just a heads up. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Jordan.
Ooh. Dave Orkin says I'm going to paint fluffy demons. That could be fun. Fun.
All right. Did you have something else to put up?
I do. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to go in order of what I have in my head. The Absolute Swigama. The 1000 Swigs, the finale. Sunday, November 9th, 11 a.m. Be there or be square. Bring your own swig. Customized or not. And the people that customize them, it's just amazing. I personally don't do the swig thingy because I can't customize really well at all. And I'm not like that creative. But the things that everyone comes up with, I'm super impressed.
Yeah, the swig thing last year was, I mean, to see all of those swigs and to have Rebecca as the
An actual
actual,
Yes.
yeah, an actual swig, and then
That was so
to have Keithland's crocheted swig.
Oh yeah.
And then somebody did a drawing of swig, maybe Dusty did the drawing
Okay.
of swig. So to have swig in a lot of different variations for that was really cool.
Do we know how close we got to 1,000 last year?
So there were, I think, 200 or 300. I don't remember the exact number. Does anybody out there have an exact number of how many swigs we had last year? If you do, put it in the comments. I know there were between 200 and 300. I think is what we got to last year.
That's right.
Kevin and I each made one, but then this year I made a new one. So I will be bringing 366 is what Trevor said. That's awesome. That's cool. Yeah. I have a new one that I'm bringing this year, so we'll have 3 coming this year.
I should dig mine out. Maybe paint a gold tooth on it. Call it good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just take the
Or put a
head.
little He-Man harness on him. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, just take a head and put it on another figure. I mean, you know,
it can be as simple as that. I love that it can be that simple, but I also love people that really go to town with it. Honestly, I've got the Ox Crew here behind me. Man, those are. I'm sure there's a cosmic swig already. There's probably 10 of them already, but that could be a fun little mismatch.
That could. And no, I don't know if anybody has done a cosmic swig with the new cosmic release from this year. Like, right. I don't know that I've seen one of those, so that would be cool.
Could be cool. Could be very cool.
We also
nice.
I see that next week Dorklair's going live on Wednesday at 9, and they're doing a Glio special.
Oh, fantastic!
Awesome.
Yeah.
The God Beast and O'Neill. Does that mean Matt's going to be there?
That's what I'm assuming.
I mean,
yeah.
I know Steph would know too. So
awesome.
I think Steph's in the chat. So
love both of those guys dearly.
Oh, what a great show. Next week at 9.
Yeah.
Wednesday the 29th at 9. Okay, yeah, next week at 9. You guys check that out. So it'll be right after Mythic Conversations.
Matt, Marty, and MJ. Perfect.
Yep.
MJ, awesome. Okay,
Thanks,
cool.
Bill.
And
Bill, that's going to be a great show.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I think that I have a thingy. This was like a teaser thing for their show as well. Oh my gosh, I just removed the thing from a. I thought I just hit the other button. But this was their little teaser.
Yep, that's a new silhouette, if I'm not mistaken.
And Steph will be on as well. That
Awesome.
show. So that's pretty cool.
So, Matt, Marty, MJ, and Steph. Woo!
Awesome.
What a great
Stacked
lineup.
show you got there, Bill. It's going to be a good one.
That is going to be a good one.
Yeah, we don't collect Glyos, and I have purposefully stayed out of them until Four Horsemen did their, collaboration with them. So then I wanted to get one of the Glyo. Yeah, look at you, already got yours. So yeah, I got one of the small ones, one of the original ones that one was based on. And then we've got the Mythic Legion one coming. And then when they put up the order for that one that you've got, I told Kevin, you got to get it because that's a display, right? You got to have all three of them. So my very first and only probably Glyos that I'm ever going to have are those.
It's a slippery slope. The minute you do this and start doing things with that, and you realize you need more of them so that you can continue. Like, I mean, the whole pop and swap behind, and Jeremy said this on shows plenty of times, but I mean, there's a lot of influence in Mythic and Cosmic Legions that came directly from Glyos.
Right.
Came directly from that whole model. So
yeah.
we owe Matt a lot.
I can't do another line.
I get it. Yeah.
I love them because I can just carry them. Like, I always get the little guys, and I'm just like, oh, I love them. I have a whole shelf that are lined up.
Awesome.
In the front of my toy shelf, I've got like Mythics, Plunderlings, Glyos.
Have you seen, did you guys watch the documentary this last week?
I watched the first half. I got to watch the second half.
And you've noticed George, whenever George is being interviewed in one of our official videos, he's usually sitting. I think this is at his place, but yeah, it's lines and lines of Glyos.
Yeah.
That guy's collection is awesome. And I love that he has them all out. That's the crazy. Like, all mine are literally, wait, where am I? Right there. There's that blanket covering something here. That's just a tote full of Glyos.
Yeah, and everybody says, it's a great pocket, it's great for in your pocket, and I'm like, well, we're getting an imp. I'll have a pocket figure to carry around when we get the imp.
No,
I'm trying to think.
It's not the same.
Don't quote me on this. Yeah, I'm with Amber. They're not the same.
Yeah.
Like the imp might be shorter than this guy, maybe, or about the same size, maybe. Do I have a dwarf nearby? I don't. But anyway, no, the imp scale is going to be so much fun, and it will fit in your pocket. But yeah, these guys are just like, when I go on walks, I like to have one in my hand, just because I need my fingers to do something while I'm walking, so that I don't turn into sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Not Gaspar sausage fingers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else you got first, Amber?
That's all I got for like news.
Okay.
But I do have a few here. I reached out to a few people today that have like exclusives and like what they're gonna have on their table and stuff.
That's awesome. Let's see.
Let's cool.
Do it. All right, let me pull it.
I'm so excited.
Let me work on my
This is the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I did again. Hold on.
While you're pulling that up, Dave says he wants the skull painting. There's a lot of people now that people have seen this. There's a lot of folks after this painting. There's only one. It's only one. It's a 101. And if you look at the past shows and look at it now, you'll notice that it's changed a little bit because I've actually had some time to put some more paint on it. So
That's fantastic.
yeah.
How gorgeous is that?
Let me pull it. All right, cool beans. I got it all together over here, guys. So first up, I don't know if you can. I tried to pull up as big as I could. But this is from Mark House Seal at Funhouse Customs.
Cool.
He's got some pretty cool stuff. Oh, here's it. Like, look at that.
I love that soft goods cape with the fur. That's
Yeah,
rad.
that's gorgeous.
And then he's got these two guys.
Oh wow.
Let me see.
I love that head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And then
beautiful.
I saw this. Look at that. Green
That's
goddess.
very cool.
Well, is it a little rabbit? A little bunny.
Oh.
If that's
Again,
I don't know what is.
that imp scale is going to go far, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And then he's got this duck. Let me see.
I love ducks.
I love ducks. Me too. Hold
I had
on,
to
let me-
consciously not fill up my Instagram feed full of ducks this last summer.
It's last summer.
Instead, my family text thread got the brunt of all the pictures of the ducks.
Of the ducks.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna have his wine this year. I don't know if anyone's ever tried this man's wine before, but it's fun.
Oh, awesome.
And it
I
looks like
don't drink, but I've heard good things about it
he's
from
got
my
four
friends that do
different
drink.
ones, it looks like, or two different ones, just the front and the back. It's Dragon's Blood, and then Legendary.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
pretty cool. So find Mark for your wine needs.
Yeah.
And then what else do I have? From Anthony House Seal, who's going to be at table numero 1 with 13Z Customs, right next to Detour and Funhouse. And here's all his 3D heads.
Wait a minute. That's awesome. Is he working with the Jeremy? Spy Monkey Creations?
I don't
know.
know. I saw him earlier in the chat, so maybe he could answer your
Yeah.
question.
Maybe you could answer that one. Yeah. Because those are all of the the battle tribes, exactly.
He might have said, I think you're right. Because he did say a few names to me.
Yeah.
I just remember them all.
That is so cool because that takes, Infinite Legions. That's like that. All ships are rising. You know what I mean? Like everybody. This allows people to customize their mythics into battle tribes if they so desire, which is really cool because I've been collecting battle tribes from the get-go, and yeah, it's going to be good.
Everybody said yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy gave him the files and Anthony enlarged and printed them. That's cool. Calling it Tribal Legions.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That is awesome. I think that's fantastic.
That's fantastic, yeah.
And these are the legendary forge that little Tony does. And I don't know if
Cool.
anybody's ever seen these in person, but I love what this little guy does. Like all these things, every time I'm there, I have to pick up at least 3 items.
Right.
Or more.
That's cool.
And then those are more heads.
Those are those same heads. Yep. And how they look on the bodies. That looks so cool.
That does look cool. That is fantastic.
That's going to be just a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
That is really cool.
Those will look really good also on a lot of the armory figures.
Oh yeah.
Where the armory figures are
Would they?
various colors,
Right.
that'll these guys will look awesome with those.
Yeah. That will be awesome. Yeah, that'll be great.
Here's a couple more that sent me that 13Z customs will have.
Yeah, there's Matt, the
Yes.
patina prince. Look at that gorgeous patina.
Really?
I'm gonna bug George. We got to work. Like I'm pitching. This is not an announcement. I'm not. This is me just as a fan wishing that maybe next year's Halloween skeletons could be
Patinaed. Yeah.
like this. Thinking maybe.
Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah,
Of course,
that
now
would.
I said it, it's not going to happen because
Oh,
people will expect it and they'll have
Right.
to zag the other way. But yeah,
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
that
I
looks
just
so
love it.
cool.
Yeah.
That I love. Like just the plain skeleton in that. Oh, it looks so good. Matt, you're killing me, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is
So
neat.
good.
Look at those eyes.
He makes it look so natural too. Like
Yeah.
that's what aged bronze and copper looks like. It's so cool.
Good.
Oh, are they going to do the fur collars also
Mm.
Oh,
on that
can
red guy, that last red guy that you showed?
Oh, right here. Wait, let me go back one.
Okay, that's cool.
This
No,
one?
yeah, the collar piece is also from Battle Tribes. That's like the main Battle Tribe armor piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. This is fun. We're just geeking out. Look at us. We're just
I
geeking
know.
out about the cool things
Yeah,
that
right?
we're all going to be geeking out about in 2 weeks.
I can't wait. Oh, these are fantastic.
Yes, right?
Those towers, man. They are so good.
Wow. Are those dice towers?
Those are like mythic towers. I mean,
Mhm.
like they are
So they're mythic
huge.
scale. Wow.
Yeah, they're huge. And the
Oh, that's Copic.
pieces
I
and
thought that was a
parts like
set.
stack on top of each other to make it
Mhm.
Yeah.
a big tower. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I feel that sometimes, like, after you get like so many dios, you're like, where am I gonna put these? But like,
I
don't know,
know.
you always find space. You
But the thing about that though is, if you don't want to keep it up all the time, really that bottom one is as tall as it needs to be and the only space you need because it all packs into that bottom one.
They all collapse. That's cool.
Yeah, so that was
Oh.
cool. And he said, yes, Nate, colors and weapons.
Colors and weapons. Beautiful.
Fantastic, yeah.
I hope I sell enough prints that I can come visit you guys. That's cool.
That is awesome.
And then Patrick Boyle has some pretty cool stuff coming too. His wooden spears for
Yes.
one.
That's
His wood
fun.
grain is just
Oh my goodness.
amazing.
That's
It's
beautiful.
like so real.
I know. Like it looks like wood.
Wait a minute. That's painted? That's
Yeah.
not wood?
No, that's printed.
Stop.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Right?
Man,
Man, it is so good.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Patrick does that. I mean, he has it down to a science. It looks so freaking good.
You gotta like pick his brain about it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
He said slide into his DMs, Nate.
Oh,
He got you.
Awesome. Right on. Yeah, those bows look gorgeous in that color. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fantastic.
that is beautiful,
Yeah.
That can't be easy.
right?
No, I can't. I've tried on multiple occasions to get that look and I can't do it.
I've got to, yeah. I've tried myself as well, and it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. I need to sit down with Patrick at some point and have him
Like
do
he's
it
got
with
it
me.
down to like the grain.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy how good it is.
My hands are so shaky, it would come out so whack. It's got some heads going on.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I like the shark guy, that hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Got this stuff.
Look at those ears.
I want it so bad right now. That's like
That's so good.
definitely.
Yeah. That is so cute.
Just
So fun.
Oh, that's what it is. Hold on, let me go back. So, let's see. Who are these? So Malice is what he goes by. He does like actual, like metal.
Yes. He's
Like
he's one of our
metal-
shipping guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
For the
gonna
studio.
have some stuff too, like this stuff.
And it is. It's real metal and real wood.
Metal, yeah.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
That's nice. I'm glad to see Malice is doing more of this. Wow.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I was like, I know I got more.
You could really hurt yourself with these.
Could you imagine like little ninja stars if you throw
I
them?
shave with a straight razor. Maybe I'll have him, make me up a straight razor.
That is so good.
You did these as well.
Oh, wow.
And I actually have one of his staffs. It's real wood. And then at the top, there's a gem. Those are usually actual crystals that he's got.
Oh,
in there.
wow.
These are just like the staffs, I guess, without the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
And then wait. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
They
so
are beautiful.
So Thrace there with the red, that's,
yeah.
I don't know if it's an actual ruby, but it's a crystal that he's probably colored somehow. But it's an actual rock. Maybe it's a piece of glass. Who knows? You'd have to ask him. But he tries to use real elements with this stuff, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Patrick did the how-to at RetroCon 2 years ago on the wooden paint job, and he actually did pretty well because I did paint a head and it did turn out like pretty decent. But I probably would never do it again if I tried on my own.
Yeah, I love that head you did. I thought that was gorgeous. Yeah, I wasn't able to be at RetroCon. I'm going to have Patrick sit down with me and show me how to do that with grain. That's amazing.
We all need a little Patrick tutorial.
That's right. We do. But those metal swords, those are really cool.
Those are like,
yeah,
actual weapons.
That's so neat. And he works for the studio?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he helps us out in shipping.
Okay.
You'll see him every once in a while. He kind of keeps quiet, but yeah, he's there. He's hanging out with Vern and Dustin and Cookie, and yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do have a short little clip from Nate Armstrong on his crazy little things too.
Another brother Nate.
Another brother.
There's like three of us. It's Nate Armstrong, Nate Strong, and then me. And then I'm sure there's some other Nates out there, but so far it's just the three of us.
Just the three of us. Let's see.
And we all have goatees and usually wear baseball caps.
Wear baseball caps. I know, all of you.
You guys should get like a whole selfie together. Or are you guys ready for this?
We're ready.
I watched this and was just like super amazed.
That is awesome.
That's so cool. Nate's mind. I mean, oh my
It's
gosh.
probably the most creative mind I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, and the way he uses all the different parts and pieces and puts them together. Crazy.
The fact that he can pull off Transformer Mythic Legion crossover figures and have it read and look as good as they do, it's so good. So good. And then the Sesame Street stuff and the different vices. I love that. Gluttony, the Cookie Monster with gluttony. Oh, so good.
Yes, such
Oh
a
my
creative
goodness.
mind.
Side note, are you all aware about Cookie's birthday?
His actual birthday or his everyday birthday?
Well, there's his everyday birthday. Happy birthday, Cookie.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
And then, but his actual birthday is on Cookie Monster's birthday.
Oh, how cool is that?
Oh,
Yeah, I kid you not.
did
Oh, that's
did-
fantastic.
Or like, is that just a coincidence?
I mean, his name is Cookie, so I don't know what to say other than magic happens.
I love
Yeah.
this. I love that.
Yeah. There you go.
That's so perfect.
It really is.
Happy accident. All right, let me.
And I love Cookie. What's up, Cookie?
He's the best. I like that he always yells to me from afar at cons. Makes me feel so loved. Like, hi,
Good about that.
he's got like a big smile on his face, like through his big beard.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw, if anybody hasn't seen, from Dang Studios, from Dusty, his deals on his coloring books that he's having.
Awesome.
You can get magnets, all kinds of stuff.
Man, he is stepping up his game.
Oh
That
my
guy.
That Little Legions book,
Yeah.
coloring book, I cannot wait. I mean, I've got both of the other two, but I cannot wait to get that. That's going to be so fun.
There's so much fun.
That one, I already have the other two, but I obviously can't color in them because it would ruin the book. So I'm going to buy another two, and I'm going to get two of the Little Legions ones so that I have a copy to ruin with my coloring, and then
Right.
a copy to save that's perfect.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. You photocopy a page so that you can do the markers on it. You ever get those just like big alcohol marker sets that you can get on Amazon and such?
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
color in coloring books all the time. I just feel like I'm not good enough to color in those ones.
I disagree.
I love coloring. I'm
I
just
disagree. Dusty made it so that you would color in it. So
That's right.
there you go.
okay.
And just so everybody knows, I did buy one and then bought a second one so that I can have one that's not colored in and one that's colored in.
I'm more than confident that Dusty is perfectly fine with that attitude as well. Make sure that you buy two.
two for everyone.
Right.
It's for
I've already,
Dusty.
I did that with the last two. I'm going to do that with this one as well.
Sorry, Hedgehog. Make markers with that. It's one of yeah they do. I don't suggest drinking them though.
No,
Oh,
don't want to do that.
No, I'm thinking of like those fancy like Copic markers. Anyone that went to design school or whatever would know what I'm talking about. But
Yes.
the everyday average public isn't going to know what an alcohol marker is. But it's essentially a nice refillable marker, and its main vehicle is some kind of alcohol, probably vodka.
So
I don't know that. I'm just making that up now. But yeah.
So the Copic, I mean, I see those when I go to like Jerry's Artorama here locally. I see those all the time. But I've not gotten any because they're like,
expensive. They do have just almost as good, a little less expensive versions of those. And then lately, like my daughter's, my daughter Katie, that's what she wanted last year for Christmas. She's like, I just want a big marker set and a big coloring book. Like that's all she wanted to do for Christmas break out at grandma's. So that's what we did.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And that's what we all need to do with Dusty's coloring books.
That's right.
But you have to copy it or buy two, so that, because the problem with the markers is if you color on some of them, it's going to bleed through the page and ruin the other page.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and we don't want to do that.
Like regular paper between each page.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to mess up the pages as they are.
Yeah.
Amber, I believe we have another super chat that we did. There's a super chat that we missed earlier.
Oh, you're right.
Sure that we grab that.
Nothing better than a mayor in your pocket. You guys.
That's exactly right, and that's going to be my pocket figure that I take with me.
Your pocket mayor.
Yeah.
Mayor.
Yeah, that's going to be the one that I do. Dirk's Designs and Customs is in the house, and we definitely want to shout out Dirk for sponsoring our channel. Has provided several different figures for us to give away and things for us to give away, and so we just definitely want to call him out and say thank you, Dirk. And now with him being Wolf King, he will still be sponsoring us as Dirk's Design and Wolf King Customs.
Man, juggling too.
Thank you, Dirk.
I know. So we appreciate you, Dirk. And then Recon Rage jumped in.
What's
How are
up?
you doing, Blake?
Hi, Blake.
Good to see you, Blake.
And,
Can't wait to see you here in a week or two.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And then Trevor said Stadler.
Stadler markers. Yep. Those are also
in
very
art
good.
school, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nate, back when you were little,
Yes.
little, how were you always drawing? Is that something that you always did?
Yeah. Especially when I started getting He-Man figures. As funny as that is, they came with little mini comics, and I fell into that world. I loved He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, specifically the stuff, and I'm talking the earliest ones, like the Alfredo P. Alcala, or however you say his name. I've heard it numerous ways. I'm an American, so I probably don't know how to say it correctly, but he was known for doing a lot of Conan stuff back in the 70s. And then they hired him on to do the first He-Man mini comics, and just the way he did it was just inspiring to me as a little kid. The other side thing was I was a bit of a snoop as a kid. I was always on the hunt for what might be the next birthday present or Christmas present. And I came across some what looked like original art drawings of horses that were just beautifully done, like they belonged in books and magazines, kind of a thing. Well, it turns out that those were my mom's drawings. Like she's a really good artist.
Oh, wow.
She's a phenomenal artist, actually. Very, very good at animals. Her passion was horses. And so, yeah. And I saw that she could draw, and for whatever reason, that kind of instilled in me the idea, well, if my mom could do it, then maybe I've got a shot. And that's when the He-Man figures were coming out, and I would just draw from them. And then I've always loved like the Sunday morning paper, or just any of the comics that you would read in the newspapers. Like I didn't care about the newspaper other than I would go straight to the comics and, read up on Dennis the Menace and Garfield and Snoopy and all that stuff. And so I would try to draw those. And for a long time, I thought I was going to be either a cartoonist or a comic book artist. And then I realized I had to pay bills as an adult, and I was like, oh no, it didn't work out for me.
So rough age of when you started getting like the He-Man figures and started like drawing.
That would have been 6 or 7, I would say, because, like I said, it was right at the beginning of Masters of the Universe. And the funny thing is I tell people this all the time. Sometimes I make mention of it in the intern stuff. Sometimes I don't. It just depends on what Nate you get that day. But everybody draws, like everybody does. Like when we're kids, when you have children, one of the things your pediatric nurse or doctor is looking for is if they're drawing heads and with eyes and faces and mouths and how they depict the world around them. All of us do. Every single one of us started drawing, and my only thought is that I just was stubborn enough to stick with it and kept doing it and found joy in it and had a passion for it. And so a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're so talented," and I hate hearing that. I respect that, and I'm grateful for because I know that they're complimenting, they're being complimentary. But in my mind, I'm like, I was just dumb enough to keep trying, and that's what I do. And then I've turned it into a job, so I have to do it all the time. But I love it, so I would do it anyway. That's the other thing of it is, at the end of the day, if AI takes over and all of us don't have to worry about incomes anymore because whoever is going to be paying for everything, wouldn't that be nice? That's not going to happen. But anyway, if I had nothing else to do, I would still be drawing and painting. Like for me to just get back into oil painting, doing this again with my daughter, has brought me so much joy. I just love it.
That's awesome.
So
So cool.
to answer your question, a long way to answer your question is yes. Like I've always enjoyed and loved drawing. I do remember as a kid watching, I think it was Super Friends or a Superman cartoon or something. And I probably had just had a dream where I could fly. And I thought, how great is that? Because I really liked Superman as a little kid. And I just thought the ability to fly was so cool. And I remember thinking to myself, if you can draw, you can make anybody do anything. Like you get to have power over whatever little world that you get to design or create. I really like actually what Diego said in the documentary, where he said we all have little gods inside of us. And I thought, that's a cool way to look at it. We all have the power to create and destroy on some level.
Yeah.
All of us do. Like it's within everybody. And so to be able to express yourself is it's very freeing, and it's a lot of fun, and you can make other people happy. Like that was always a big thing for me when I would turn in a drawing somewhere and someone would react positively to it, or they loved it, or they had nice things to say about the artwork itself. I loved it. I'm a Ackerman.
So I was a preschool teacher of 2-year-olds for 12 years. And one of the things that, we would do is, put crayons and pens and pencils and all kinds of different mediums in their hands and let them create. And so, at that age, we were painting, coloring, drawing all day, every day. All year for the school year. But that's you're right. We all create. And when I left the preschool and didn't have that creative outlet is whenever I was like going out of my mind and started customizing figures.
Mm-hmm.
So, you need something creative to be able to do. Yes, it's 3 chuggas. It's chugga, chugga, chugga. Choo choo. Because 12 years as a preschool teacher.
Yeah.
3 chuggas.
It's 3 chuggas.
So, Nate, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Utah. It is in northern Utah, just north of Salt Lake City. So Salt Lake City is like the big city in Utah. It's like one of the only big cities in Utah. So I was just north of that. And we grew up with, my mom loved horses. So we had animals. We had horses, we had dogs, we had cats, I didn't live on a farm, but like I lived in suburbia, like most people do, but we did have a little bit of land that we did keep animals on. And yeah,
What
so
kind
I
of
was up in the hills frequently. A lot of the people that see Utah, they see the mountains and whatnot, and I can attest they are glorious, and I love being up in them.
My husband worked for a company that started out in Utah, or had a base in Utah, and went out several times. So went through the salt flats and everything. So he talks about it quite often, how beautiful it was up there.
Courtesy still going off. Is that what Amber's laughing at?
Yes. 3 of your parents sent you to tell me that's right. 3, Curtis. That's the chuggas.
I'm cracking up.
Yeah.
How, like, where you live now, how far is that away from where you grew up?
I am about an hour south of where I grew up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I didn't move very far. I've spent time in other places. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I did serve a mission for them in Paris, France for 2 years. And that's where I picked up the French.
Yeah.
And then after I did spend some time in school down at the south end of the state, down by St. George. But that was only a couple of years.
Right.
But no, I love where I live. I love this place. Trying to convince the guys to open up a studio out here. I mean, I guess technically this is the Four Horsemen Studio in Utah.
In Utah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You've told us some amazing things that you love about Utah. Is there something that you don't like about
Yeah,
Utah?
the summers get a little too hot for my taste because I'm a polar bear, as my wife would tell you. But that's fine. I just hide indoors, but I do enjoy the summer evenings. Summer evenings in Utah are awesome because we usually also have thunderstorms around that time, and I love that. I don't like in the winter when we get inversions, like you get the smog. Like a lot of folks in New York are like, "Wah, cry me a river," because that's life for them every day. But in Salt Lake area and the surrounding area, we get pretty bad, like to the point of they warn us on the news not to go outside and exercise because the air quality gets so bad. They're like, do not go outside on these days. And I don't like that. That's no fun.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. That's all. That's the main thing.
You were going to say, and I.
No, that's it. It's
okay.
Just the winter, just like the summers, and especially the older I get, the summers get a little too hot, and the winters are now starting to get just a little too cold. But that's just because I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget having a conversation with some other friends of like, yeah, it's weird. Like cold starts to hurt. Like there are things in your joints that start to make you not like it. I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah. Like you see kids without their jackets on, and I'm like bundled up at work. Like it's just like so cold in here, and they're like wearing shorts. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. The older we get, the colder we get. And I wonder why everybody moves to Florida when they retire. Well, there you go.
That's why. It looks like Blake has spent enough time out here. He's like second. He's giving me the thumbs up on. Yeah, the inversion sucks, and that St. George is awesome.
You are married and have kids. How did you and your wife meet?
So I had mentioned I had served a mission for my church in France, and that is also where I met Shelley.
Oh, wow.
So we both served at the same time. So we both speak French, and our kids hated that around Christmas time because we would talk about their presents in French all the time.
I love that.
Love that.
And then, so it made them learn a little bit, like they would try to learn. The most I think my eldest daughter ever learned was ice cream. Like she learned pretty quick what ice cream was. And then she knew that cadeau, like if we ever said cadeau or something, then she knew that meant gifts. And then she'd really try to listen, and but couldn't figure it out. But yeah, no, Shelly and I wouldn't have met any other way otherwise, because she was a cowgirl from California and I was a surfer wannabe bum from Utah. Like we never would have met otherwise. So we're grateful that we did.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And you have how many kids?
We have 3 kids.
Okay.
Sorry, that looked like 2, but we have 3. I have my oldest daughter is Becca. She is 25 and she is currently about to graduate with her BFA, and she is also going into art. Like she does fine art. That's why I was able to sneak away through the summer and work on some paintings here and there with her. She was teaching me, because I've most of my art career I've always worked digitally.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to learn oils, and she's with her fine art focus, she's only doing oil painting. Like she's really staying away from the computer as much as possible, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then my middle daughter, Katie, my second child is my daughter, Katie, and she's actually down in St. George where I went to school. She's down there at the same school, and she's hoping to go into some sports stuff. We're not sure yet where she'll land, but she's just living life and being a good kid, having fun. She's 21, just turned 21, and just turned 21. It feels like February. It was just a couple months ago, but I guess it was a while ago now. And then Caleb is at home with us. And some of you have met Caleb. Caleb and Eric's son, Nolan, are 2 buddies. Like they love any moment they get to hang out with each other and cause trouble. So, yeah. And Caleb he's 16 years old. He's still here at home. He's got a job. He gets to drive the Mustang around. I'm still questioning my father's fatherly decision there, but an older Mustang. So, I mean, it's not an old Mustang that would be like a vintage, really nice car. It's kind of it's a 2001 Mustang, and it's got some miles. So if he totaled it, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's good because he's learned how to drive stick. That's like, he's probably one of 5 kids in his high school that know how to drive stick.
Right.
So,
yeah. And my son is 24 and he's just now learning how to drive the stick. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rye tried to teach me. I almost broke the car. I gave up.
I think it's an important thing to know. My goddaughter was home alone. Her parents were away, and she had to take her dad's car because her car was in the shop, and he had a stick shift. And she drove it about halfway, about 5 minutes away from my house. And she pulled in a parking lot and she called me crying. She says, I cannot drive this car. I've got to go to my doctor's appointment. Tanya, can you come get me? Can you help me? So I jumped in my car and went and got her, and we went to her doctor's appointment and came back. And she drove my car, which was an automatic, home. And I drove her dad's stick shift home. And she was like, I don't want to drive it. I don't like it. I don't know how. And she just did not like that. But I think it's an important something that you need to know.
Yeah, it can be anxiety inducing for sure. Yeah. We tried teaching both my daughters on the same car, and it freaked them out. Like they struggled with, like, they know the basics of how to do it. I'm sure if they had to, they could probably get in the car and figure it out. And the Mustang it's a Mustang. So it's, popping up out of that first gear. It's going to, if you're not ready for it, it's going to jump on you. So
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So you have to be mindful of that. So it's,
it's
yeah, that was it. That's amazing. It's a good skill to know. And I'm glad that he's getting the opportunity to learn that early, for sure.
He's loving it. He's having fun with it for sure. He just in fact, yesterday was the day. We have this dumb law in Utah. Well, maybe it's not a dumb law, and maybe it's not just Utah, but you have to, when you first get your driver's license, you have to wait 6 months before you can drive with other people in the car other than your immediate family.
Right.
So you can't drive friends around and whatnot. And if you get caught doing it, you get your license revoked until you're 21.
Wow.
So we were like hardcore parents about that. We were like, you will not drive friends around, period, end of story, during that 6 months. But then yesterday that was lifted, and so he immediately went and took his girlfriend for a drive, which was great. So
Well, good for being a stickler parent like that.
we try.
Yeah.
We try.
Yeah.
Shelly's better at it than I am.
Yeah. Making him be a responsible young man for sure.
Mm-hmm. This is true, William. Yeah, a clutch is no fun in bumper to bumper traffic. That is true.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. And Faust 6, he said it was a 21, right? Or an 01.
An 01.
An 01. Yeah.
An
okay.
01. So it's older.
What was your first job that you remember having, Nate?
Working at Bangor Farm. I mean, outside of I did babysitting jobs once in a while.
Right.
Like it was usually just my cousins, so I don't even know if you could call that a job. You're just hanging out with cousins, while their parents were away. But Bangor Farm was where that was probably my first job. I think I was in 7th grade, and yeah, picking radishes out on a farm field, getting a nickel per bushel of like 10 radishes or whatever. You'd go in with your bucket of radishes, and you'd go and pay the guy, and the old Mr. Bangor would sit up in the trailer with his like piles of coins. Coins and cash, and he would just be like, okay, how many did you get? All right, there's 25 cents for you, off you go. And that was that. Yeah.
That's cool.
I remember I made big money toward the end of the season because we were picking corn, and I was one of the bigger guys, so I got to go pick the corn, and that was, you got like, I think it was like 50 cents for an ear or something like that. I don't know what it was. I'm sure I'm getting all of that wrong, but it seemed like I made more picking corn than I did picking radishes.
Right. Well, and corn is probably harder to get off the stalk than the radishes are to pull up out of the.
Yeah, we had big old gloves, and yeah. We got to ride illegally in this giant truck in the back because the cornfield was down a ways. Yeah, they just put a bunch of kids in the back of a giant truck and close off the door, and we just were rattling around back there. It was great.
That's cool.
Yep.
Now, other than what you do now, and I'm guessing that this is probably your favorite job that you've ever had.
Easily.
What would have been, up until this point, like your favorite job that you've had as a working?
My favorite job, I did enjoy at the beginning the work that I was doing at Imagine Learning. Imagine Learning was doing children's educational software.
Mm-hmm.
And I had worked there from 2006 to 2021, somewhere in there. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I was doing with the Horsemen off to the side, that was all during the same time that I was working in Imagine Learning. But I enjoyed it the most at the beginning because we were a brand new company, and it was small, and we were hungry. You know what I mean? And so we were just having fun, kicking out a bunch of art. It was the people that I worked with there was equal to how I feel about the people that I work with now at the Horsemen Studios. They're the kind of people that feel like family. They become friends, and you're happy to see them each day at work. And I found overall, it's who you work with. It isn't so much the jobs that you have. The jobs can come and go, and you do different things at different times for whatever it is. But the people that you work with make all the difference in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. So you've done design as far as computer design for a long time. I mean, you've done it for a long time.
Since 98.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right when I got off my mission, one of my neighbor friends was an art director at an ad agency in Salt Lake City, and he got me a job really quickly. And I was a production assistant for the agency, but as soon as the comp artist that was there saw that I could draw, he immediately put me to work so I got kind of like a paid internship type job there, and haven't looked back since.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So, going through school and everything, did you go to school for digital art? I mean, is that what you went to school for?
Yes and no. I was a terrible student. Like I was an awful student. Like I wasn't made for school, or school wasn't made for me, or vice versa. But I I was stubborn enough all through junior high and high school, where I was supposed to be working on English or math or whatever, and no, I was like, forget that. I was drawing Batman and X-Men and other stuff. And then when I went to college, it was just a general school. When I went down to St. George, it was Dixie College. It's now called Utah Tech. But anyway, it was just a 2-year school. So all I was shooting for was an associate's down there. And then I figured I would go on to probably an art school somewhere else down the line. Excuse me. But that you had to take generals. And it was awful. Like I was like, this is extra awful because I'm paying for this. Like I'm paying to fail these classes.
Right.
What the heck? So my second year, I said, to heck with all the generals. I don't care. I'm going to fail them anyway. And I had fudged my way through most of the generals anyway. And I had just decided that my second year down in St. George that I would do all art stuff. And it was everything. It was watercolor painting. It was figure drawing. It was ceramics, sculpture, I took all of the art classes that I could. In fact, all the art professors, there was only like 3 art professors down there, and they all knew me by first name. But I loved that year. Like that was the best. Actually, my first art job came from my art professor. He was an old watercolor artist that all the Disney studio guys would come up to his place in Nevada, and he would take them out into the desert and have them painting, landscapes out in the Nevada desert, like Indian ruins and all that kind of stuff. And he would also do a lot of architectural rendering in watercolor. And there was some company, some housing company in St. George was like, hey, you have any students that'll work for us really dirt cheap? So Max was like, you know what? He was really nice about it. He's like, I'm going to be up front. There's not a lot of money here, but this could be your first professional gig if you want to take a crack at it. So I did some architectural renderings in watercolor. They were awful. Like they were so bad that they probably paid me too much for them.
Oh, wow.
Like I don't have pictures of them, and I'm sure that the company that I did them for never kept them. I'm sure they've been long in the trash. But then they made me be the school cartoonist, like editorial cartoonist. So I actually did get to do a little bit of editorial cartoons for the school, and that was kind of fun because I've got a weird sense of humor. Like I'm not suave at all politically or anything like that. I don't know. I'm just like, let's just be nice to each other. Can we just do that? Well, maybe let's work together instead of like find ways to hate each other. But that's just where I'm at. But anyway, so I had kind of a unique, funny sense of humor, and I would sit in on these meetings and come up with weird stuff for the Dixie Sun was the old paper, was what it was called. But yeah.
Well, so after school, then you went to France, and then came back, got married, job. Where in all of this did you meet up with, or start talking to, or do your first project, or how did you get up with the Four Horsemen?
The first time I met the Four Horsemen was at San Diego Comic-Con of 2004. So back in 2004, the Masters of the Universe, the 2000X Masters that they were working on, was kind of coming to a close. I remember they were showing off what would have been the last series of figures, but then they never got made. So I remember seeing prototypes of like Hordak and Sorceress, and I was just losing it. I was like, these are going to be amazing figures. This is going to be great. And I think it was just little bit after that they were like, Mattel was like, yeah, we're done. And then that's when the Horsemen had reached out to NECA to do the Stactions. And of course, some of the first Stactions were Hordak and Sorceress and Clawful, and some of the really cool 2-ups that they had shown. But that was where I met them. And also at that time, I had been working with Val Staples kind of on the side. Val Staples was the owner of He-Man.org. He was also the owner of MV Creations, which was a comic book company that was doing the comic books for the 2000X Masters of the Universe. And I got to do a handful of just, I would color some of Emiliano Santa Lucia's stuff, because he was the main artist for the comic, as well as Enza Fontana. She was another hugely talented artist that worked on those comics. Those are great comics. People, man, if you want some good Masters comic collections, go after those. But anyway, I did a few just pin-up pieces here and there, and it was actually during that run, like Val was ready to give me a book and let me go for it, and I was like, dude, I don't have the time to do this. I'm not a fast artist. I had never done comics, so I was at that point in my career and time, I was still learning what storytelling and illustration and all that stuff was kind of about, because even though I had learned some of this stuff in school, a lot of my school art experience is actually closer to what my daughter's going through right now. It was more of a focus on, this is just how you do the stuff. Like, it wasn't really a focus on what I should be doing with it. I was still trying to find that out. And again, it was just a 2-year school. So I was really just getting early, the 101, or, the core and simple courses of all that stuff. But Val saw something in me, and he's like, you know what, let's let you cut your teeth. And I guess at that point, that had also kind of gotten me exposed to the Four Horsemen. They were becoming aware of my stuff, from the fan art forums and the stuff that I would do for the comics. So fast forward a few years later to 2007, and that's where I got to do my first piece for them, which was Ramathor. Which, if you guys know who Ramathor is, that's from the Seventh Kingdom stuff from their Fanix line, the big elephant guy.
Right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was my first job with them. And then since then, it turned into basically one painting a year, or every other year even sometimes, to, okay, now it's 2 paintings a year, now it's 3 paintings, and now I have no idea how many paintings I do in a year for the studio. At some point I should count. That would be interesting to see, but maybe Jim's out there counting how many paintings I do. I don't know. I don't think he is. I think he's enjoying his retirement. He should be anyway.
Yes, he should be enjoying it.
Yeah.
I know he's enjoying the beach. At least that's what he said last week when he was on.
As well he should.
Yeah. Freaks Figure says Ramathor was his first Holy Grail.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for the first several years, you just did one thing a year, one. I mean, it wasn't a
Just
whole
little
lot that
here
you
and
were
there.
doing.
Yeah,
Right.
like I did Ramathor, and then I did a retrofit on Zethius. They had me do a Zethius painting just to, I don't even think we used it anywhere other than I think they did use it in some advertising at the time.
Oh, wow.
Because Zethius was the first figure that they had done. Then I did the Queen Alexandra. And then when Seventh Kingdom kind of tapered off, then Gothatropolis was picking up. And so I was doing Scarabus and the Raven, the Timekeeper. Like, honestly, those are the first things. And I remember it was it 2011 or no, it was even earlier than that. It might have been like 2009. The only time I would see the Horsemen really was at San Diego Comic Con. And I didn't go down every year, but I went down like every other year, kind of a thing. And I'd usually spend most of my time at the Four Horsemen booth, just talking with Eric and CB and Jim and those guys. And I got to know them just as a fan and a friend. Like, we were becoming friends at that point. And I remember talking with Eric specifically about, it had to be 2006 or 2007, because that's when Masters of the Universe Classics was starting up. And I remember telling him, it was like, if there's ever anything I could do outside of box art illustration, let me know. I'd love to get into toy design. I'd love to try my hand at designing action figures. And lo and behold, a couple months later, he would shoot me just a text or even a phone call, because back then, even in the early 2000s, we were still picking up the phone and dialing a number to get a hold of somebody. I remember doing Tila when they were figuring out the classics line. They had just gotten the go ahead to do Tila, and I think Eric was really just kind of testing me. He just wanted to see where my head was at or how I would design a Tila. And because I remember when I turned in, and I went overboard. Like, I went because Tila and the Green Goddess are like my two favorite characters in Masters of the Universe. Like, I love those characters. And I gave him like options for, like, you could do this to make her look like a Filmation Tila, or you could do this to make her look like the Goddess, or I was doing all these part swaps on everything. I went bonkers, and he just calmly and quietly was like, "Yeah, looks like we're about on the same page. Cool." And then off it went. I don't know if my drawings actually influenced the figure or not. Some people, I have posted the sketches, and some people will claim that they look at my sketches and the figure and they're like, "Yeah, we can see the influence." But the thing is Eric and I were always, that was one thing that I've always loved about working with Eric, is he and I are often on just the same page. Like, we can sometimes finish each other's sentences, so to speak, when we're geeking out about certain characters or things like that. And the other thing that helped was that the way he envisions Masters of the Universe and the way I envision Masters of the Universe on my own and on our own, it's very compatible. It's very much kind of the same vision already. So fast forward to when we get to work on Castle Grayskull for the toy line, it was just easy. It just flowed. It was just, he knew what I would draw and I knew what he wanted, and at the end it is what we got, kind of a thing. So it's been awesome.
That's cool. So when they first announced the Kickstarter for Mythic Legions, and they talked to you about doing the art for it, about doing the box art, like, how did all that come about?
That's funny, because that is on a video somewhere that actually exists.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember where the video, it was. So George and his first wife, Aileen, were visiting the studio because they had come out from California, because George was in California at the time. And I was there for Toypocalypse and Toy Fair. This would have been 2012 or 2013, probably. It was probably 2013. Anyway, George and Aileen did a show called October Toys. And they had done it. They were used to interviewing people in the industry and that kind of a thing. And they interviewed me in the old studio, and we talked about that very thing of like, what should Mythic Legions, and I called it Mystic Legends. It was in the interview. Anyway, it was funny. I had described kind of what my vision of what the artwork should be like, and Eric was just calmly sitting on the side, like, yeah, okay, cool. And then, sure enough, a month or two later, we're getting things ready for the Kickstarter, and that it was at that point that I was getting started on the first paintings, which was the card front that we still use. Yeah. The one with the explosion and the monsters and the dragon head and all that stuff. That was the very first piece of Mythic art that I had done, and as well as the card back illustration, which was the big battle with Arethyr, and there was a troll and Scapular and just various legions, and it was all very conceptual at that point. And I remember my philosophy at the time, and it still is somewhat, of those old D&D art pieces, or the old Masters of the Universe artwork, or old, Curtis is going to love this, the old Frank Frazetta stuff. It always looked like it was like it started on a black canvas, and then the artist would paint in all these bright colors on top of it. And you can really see that in those first two pieces. You see it here and there in the others, but just like Eric has evolved in his sculpture work for the action figures, my work process and everything has also evolved. It was kind of fun on the most recent like Legacies boxes to do kind of that textural wraparound of the whole box. You only see slivers of it, and it really just kind of acts like a border around Trevor's photos or the portrait paintings that I do on the back. But that was kind of a sweet revisit of sorts for me to go back and look at that old original art and then pull some of that into the new Legacies boxes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So when you I love people in my life that were inspired by Rosetta.
We love you too, Curtis.
When you first started, like when they first started having you do the artwork for Mythic, and then the character drawings and all of that, did you have any idea that it would end up where it is today? I mean,
no. Well, yes and no. I remember I don't know if I need to go into story time here. I'll go into story time. I remember, so Jim, I love Jim so much. He was taking me back to the airport after one of my trips out there, and Mythic Legions was about to start. And at that time, things were starting to look a little bit down for the studio in terms of their work with Mattel. So at that time, the studio's biggest source of income was Mattel and Masters of the Universe Classics, but that was dying. Like Mattel was ready to put it to bed and be done with it. And there were various other rumblings about how much more will the Horsemen studio be involved with doing freelance on a contract basis like that for Mattel. I don't know all the ins and outs of what those conversations were, but I could hear it in Jim's voice that he's like, we need to do something soon that's gonna really turn everything around. Like, so I know that Jim at that time was putting in hard work to figure out what should be this next thing, but it was something that he was doing alongside with CB and Eric together. And it was around that same time also that Eric was showing me sketches of what he had of the early Mythic Legion stuff. And I remember looking at all of that and thinking, first of all, this is going to be awesome. Like, it's right up my alley, like high level fantasy with dwarves and knights and skeletons and stuff. It's like, of course. And it's Eric sculpts, and it's Four Horsemen toys. And of course it's going to be amazing. Like, I had no doubt in my mind that it was just going to be phenomenal. But I remember the feeling at the studio was like, man, we hope we can do this. Because also at that time, like, factories were just doubling what they were asking for to even produce anything. And it's like, we don't know if that we're going to be able to make the numbers work. And it was really, and this story's been told a few times already, but it was George that was like, you guys just need to do a Kickstarter. And then when the Kickstarter exploded like it did, I don't know, in my mind it was just like, this is awesome. But even the way it exploded then compared to how a new wave that gets released now does, it's like, it's crazy the differences. I don't know huge final numbers on anything, and I'm blissfully unaware, and I don't need to be aware. All I know is I'm grateful that I have a job and they can afford to keep so many of us to do the work that we do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But my understanding is, and Jeremy has been pretty open about it in the sense that it's like, yeah, when things are going well, it's kind of obvious because here we are doing it again the next year.
Right.
It's kind of like when we introduced Figure Obscura. It's like, did it do well? Well, clearly we did another one and another one and another one. So, I mean, it's doing all right for us. Like, it makes sense. So, but again, and that points, frankly, to all of you. Like, we can't do any of this. We can't do any of it if it wasn't for the support of every single one of you. So thank you.
Right. So now I know that David Williams has taken some stuff and Tom has taken some stuff as well.
Yes.
Because, I mean, they're producing so many figures or whatever. So, like, how amazing is it to get to work with other artists to kind of come up with these?
Yeah, it's just awesome. It's kind of like saying, how many friends do you want? Do you want, I mean, some of us, yeah, we only need one friend and we're good to go. But when it's the right people and they're good people, like, there's not a limit. You can't put a limit on how many you want to bring in. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, we went from, I'll never forget, whenever I'm out there for Legion's Con, oftentimes we'll have a meeting and we'll just kind of look at a high level look at what the year is going to have in terms of like art needs. And around the time that I got hired full time, I just remember looking at that list grow and grow and grow. And then it turns into, it's like I was doing just stuff for Mythic, and that's enough to keep me busy. Now we have Mythic and Cosmic, Mythic Cosmic Figura, Mythic Cosmic Figura Legacies, and on and on and on. So it's like, thankfully, like Infinite Legions, I don't have to worry about it. Like, it's like, we're going to let the artists that we're collaborating with, they are handling the Infinite Legions. I mean, it's only appropriate that they do that. Will I consult or will I help here and there with some things? Of course I will. But again, a lot of it is schedule dependent, and a lot of it is just what else is going on and what is, and Chris is always, in fact, I don't even really work with Chris anymore. I just work with George, and George has to deal with Chris always asking him, when is this art coming in? When is this art coming in? Like, we need it now, so
Right.
So I have to have guys like David and Tom and hopefully others in the future they'll have to deal with me as an art director a little bit.
Yeah.
But really, we just have a lot of fun. And as you guys have seen, like Tom's work on the Jersey Devil in particular, wow, like so good. He's helped out with Ganesha. He's helped out with the Necronominus wave. He did a lot of what I call the good guys side painting stuff for that. So I mean, it's like, and you're going to see him again soon on the Rising Suns packaging.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's a blend of the both of us.
Right.
But yeah. And not all of it will be a blend of both. Sometimes it will be a blend of the two of us. Sometimes it'll just be me. Sometimes it'll just be him. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. Now, of course, I have been, catching you on other shows that you have done, and with Curtis and Jesse on last Sunday, was able to catch that, and Curtis was showing some of the stuff that you have doodled and created and stuff on Nate Baertsch signs on Facebook, I believe is what it was. And so I was looking at those, and Nate, I'm like, some of the stuff that you did,
Oh wow.
I mean, this is amazing.
Thanks. It's a
Like,
doodle. Yeah, it's a little doodle, but yeah, thank you.
there's a lot of doodles here that are like,
Little doodle.
they're like freaking awesome. Like,
Thank you.
what are we thinking with some of these doodles that you have created? As far as, I mean,
So a lot of this, and as Curtis and I talked about it, comes from Norsember, which is a thing I do. And me and like two other people in the world know about Norsember. So in the month of November, I'll just do a sketch or a drawing every day. And it could be as elaborate as like design sheets like this, or it could be just as simple as a doodle of a night hag or something like that. But the idea is to push myself every day to draw something that is Norse mythology related. One of the years that I had done it, I think it was 2018 when I was doing it, I put a focus on this line that I call it the Vikos line. I don't know if that's the final name for it, but that's what I've been calling it for the last 10 or 12 years now. I would love to do a line of Glyos figures that are Norse mythology related. So like ice giants or lava, fire giants, or some of the small land spirit type critters, gnomes, dwarves, as well as shield maidens and Valkyries, and even maybe some of the gods themselves like Odin or Frigga, or that kind of a thing. Don't know if don't know where I'll get with it or how far I'll go with it, if it'll happen or not. A lot of people in the Glyos community are aware of all this stuff. They're excited for it, and they keep bugging me about it, and I'm thankful for that. Keep bugging me, because the more you bug me, the more likely it's going to happen. But in my heart of hearts, it's like, this is also kind of the stuff that I just want to explore and do on my own. You know what I mean? It's just what I do. And that's technically She-Ra. However, I've always seen She-Ra as more of a Valkyrie type.
Yeah, it's very Valkyrie look. These, yeah, the actual these two here. I mean,
like ice giants, like female ice giants. Who would do that?
I want those in hand. Like, I want to hold those in my hand. They are gorgeous, and I would love for the Four Horsemen to do those figures, the larger female ogre scale or giant scale female figures. I think they would be amazing. And of course this,
like little land spirit elf people. Yeah,
this is right up my alley.
Nice.
Like, I want these so badly.
I know.
Me too. Me too. In fact, this little guy here, if you go back, or well, it's the same guy, kind of. I mean, that one's special to me for some reason. Like, I don't know if he'll be the first figure that I do, but he might be close to that. Like he's a little land spirit guy. He in my mind, like it kind of goes back from my love of Star Wars and specifically Yoda. I have a soft spot in my heart for Yoda, and it's I've always imagined what was young Yoda like. Like if I was the king at Disney for a month or two, that's the show I would do. I would be like, I want to go back 600 years and see what 300-year-old Yoda was like.
Yeah.
And in some ways, it's maybe similar to this kind of guy. And I would just love to see what why was he powerful? What made him powerful? What happened to him that forged him into the great Jedi that he was? Likewise, I mean, this is just a simple land spirit, but also at the same time, I always kind of like the little guys. I like Lord of the Rings. I like the Hobbits. I get why Gandalf, sees peace in the Hobbits. It's like there's something that's important about being connected to your Earth and recognizing that the Earth isn't there for you to just take over and plunder and destroy or consume. It's a part of your home, and it's a part of your environment, and you have to take care of it. And by living in that kind of a relationship, it gives you power. Likewise, you can in return give that power out, that kind of a thing. Anyway, it's just, now I'm really spitballing, and you're really kind of unlocking doors deep into what's going on in my head. But yeah.
Well, and you just you produce you put a picture up. I know recently because I just saw it, and J Mac here references the Yoda with the Dagobah playset.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean, that takes me back to my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was around the same time where kids my age at that point went from playing Cowboys and Indians to playing Star Wars overnight.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
that same time period. So
sounds like we're similar aged.
Yes.
We have a similar vintage on us.
So, but that's that time period. Like, you talk about, your childhood and the like you would have come up around the same time. So like Star Wars or Empire. Empire, was that your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
I mean, yeah. Such a great movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you've actually done like render. I mean,
that's me learning how to sculpt. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I still have that file somewhere. I probably need to crack it open and work on it some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's really cool. Now, I put this up here because I don't know. I know a lot of people probably don't realize, but like I love playing cards. Like
Awesome.
I collect playing cards.
Awesome.
And so like I have a butterfly set. I have a Robin Hood set. I have a Little John set.
Are you aware of Theory 11?
Yes, and okay. I have some of theirs too.
Yeah,
but
I've got a stack of them back there, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I have a round set. I love playing cards. So when I saw this and saw your drawing, I'm like, you need to do a set of playing cards.
Yes, ma'am.
I would get that.
Here's a thought. Maybe we George, how about a Mythic Legions card set? How cool would that?
That would be awesome. Or
I'm not saying it's happening, but man, I'd love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that.
Fun.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I am such a fan of playing cards. I just cannot tell you how much I love them. So when I saw that, I went, you love them too?
That's a family pastime that we just absolutely love.
Yeah. but I collect. Kevin has gotten me a lot of playing cards, and I have a whole box full of playing cards. I think they're fantastic.
It's like Uno cards.
You collect Uno cards? Is that what you said, Amber?
Love all versions of Uno.
Nice.
So like I have like Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man.
Do you have the Masters of the Universe Uno set?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. You could have He-Man Uno.
Oh. I just like learned that there's so many Unos, and I'm like, I gotta have
That's a
them.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, now you know, Amber, that you need to be on the lookout for the Masters of the Universe.
I need to try harder.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's so cool.
So this was Smurf and Smurfette. Are these the gnomes that you did during that time period as well, Nate?
This was Nate was bored in a work meeting, and I was just doodling. That's all this is. And yes, I love Smurfs. Like, I love the Smurfs for the same reasons that I love Norse mythology. Like it's been fun for me and as an adult to go back and look at all the things that I loved and kind of gravitated towards as a kid, to realize, holy cow, they all kind of like, is it just hardwired into me? Like, I mean, I come from Scandinavian heritage, like my genetics are Scottish and Scandinavian, basically. So it's, of course, I'm just gonna probably gravitate to these things. And it's interesting how you can see so many of them tie back to Old Norse mythology ideas.
Yeah.
Just
so
like
cool.
the days of the week. Like 5 of the days of the week that we have are all dedicated to Norse mythology gods. So it's like, yeah.
That is very, very cool. That's very, very interesting to look at how the Norse mythology is integrated in today's world.
It's been fun. Or at least you find what you look for at the end of the day. Because I'm sure anybody of any other culture could go out and look for things of where their culture also influenced today's society, and they would find it, and it's there, and that's what makes us the great melting pot we are. But yeah, bless you, Amber.
Thank you.
Bless you.
The coordination there to hit the mute button and
then sneeze. I know. I don't think I would have been able to do that.
I'm pretty well pleased or so. Save from that.
Oh, well, Nate, we are coming up on 2 hours live, and
wow.
Everybody that knows me knows that I get up very early in the morning, and again, I am also exhausted from the dealing with the side effects of radiation. So we are going to ask the last 2 questions that we normally ask our guests. And I told you at the beginning, we're going to have you back on because I've got so many more questions that we didn't get to.
Awesome.
And us talking made me think of even more questions that I want to ask. So
cool.
But Amber, I'm going to ask the first one and you'll ask the last one. Is that okay?
Good.
Okay. So Nate, and I know that you may know, but we want you to take yourself out of being a employee of the studio and tell us what you would like to see. Okay? What you would like to see. Obviously, the dragon is the first of 5 pillars.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see the other 4 pillars be?
What do I know and what do I not know? There's actually a fair amount I don't know, but then if I start thinking about it, it's like, oh, I actually do know that one. Is this specific to the 5 pillars of what I'd like to see?
Yeah, just the 5 pillars. Like what would you like the 5 pillars, like if you could create like if you could think to yourself, okay, we have the dragon as the first of the 5 pillars. What are the other 4 that would make up a good, circle of
So
what
you,
those 5 pillars are going to be?
so you want me to kind of list out what I think the other 4 could be?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've always gravitated towards elemental things. I don't think I'm giving anything away here because I really do. I don't think I fully know.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I'm trying to think of past conversations I've had with both Eric and Jeremy. And Jeremy may have said something to me at some point, but Jeremy also knows that I forget stuff that he tells me. And I don't mean to. It just happens. It's just
Right.
It just happens. Like even Eric, it's the same thing. I thankfully, whenever we have meetings, I'm like, will you please just put this in an email so that I can come back to this? But anyway,
Reference it later.
to answer your question, because we need to get you to bed and we need to get you resting. I would continue along the elemental motif. Like I'd love to see a water dragon. I'd love to see an electrical dragon. Like a lightning dragon could be phenomenal.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even a thing or not, and maybe that's my love of, Thor coming in there, but something striking with lightning, I think, especially with dragon shapes and lightning and whatnot, could be really cool. A lot of people are like, yeah, give me a red fire dragon or a lava dragon or something like that. I would agree with that. And same with an ice dragon. But again, if you have water, it's like, is it water and ice? Because that's one and the same. I would probably combine water and ice myself. So fire, just whatever the main elementals would be. Like an earth dragon. What does an earth dragon look like? That could be really cool. Because on one level you think, it's just rocks and dirt and whatever. We do have a stone troll, and it's kind of what you would kind of typically expect. It's just kind of gray and brown, but also at the same time, like, again, I live in Utah, so I have access to a variety of geographic landscapes that are just amazing. Like there are some amazing rocks out there. You could have crystalline looking dragon that could just be really cool, that could be elemental from the earth. Or anyway, I think I've listed at least 4 somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think the painted desert, to see the different colors and different looks of going through, driving through and looking at the painted desert out there. I mean, it's amazing, and there's so many things you could do with an earth.
Yeah.
Look,
for sure.
I mean, it's gorgeous. All right, Amber, last question.
All righty. What is one thing you can tell us that you haven't told anyone else?
I've dreaded this question. Because I'm like, man. So you have to understand, I also served in my church as a bishop. I don't currently serve as a bishop, so I got told a lot of things that I couldn't tell people, and I still can't tell people. I will still respect confidentiality, but the one thing I could think of that I'd be like, okay, maybe I could share this. I had a crush on my 7th grade art teacher for like 10 minutes. I know that's a lot, but there was a good, it was more than 10 minutes. It was most of the term or whatever that I had. I was like, I quite enjoyed going into art class. And it was, yeah, she was a cutie. But anyway.
I think that is awesome.
I've never shared that with anybody. Like nobody. Little 7th grade Nate would never share that with anybody, because of, obviously, it's like a teacher. It's like, are you kidding me? But anyway.
Trevor says you lived parallel lives.
That's awesome. Trevor's not wrong. Like even down to the women that we married, like Trevor and I laugh about this together. Like, we have these wives that are like super well put together. Like, his wife serves on some board of something. My wife currently is not home right now because she's off at a health board meeting because she's the chairman of the board of this big, of like the big health insurance organization of this area that we live in. She sits on that board, and I'm like, yeah, I draw and color toys. She's making differences for, she's making decisions on whole hospitals and how things are run medically and stuff like that. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just draw.
That's funny.
I draw and color stuff.
But you are very good at it.
As CB always says, we try not to suck.
That's right. That's right.
All any of us try to do.
Well, Nate, again, Amber and I cannot thank you enough for coming on. It was a joy and a pleasure to have you here, and we cannot wait for you to come back again for sure.
Thank you. It's been fun.
And when Dirk was on earlier, I don't know if he's still in, he says, don't forget to let everybody know about the customizing studio Friday night at Legion's Con.
I'm helping.
Yes.
So there you go.
That I'm helping to teach.
You're helping teach.
Yeah. And then,
okay.
We have less than, yeah. That's going to be me. I'll be helping, just walking around, making sure everybody's got everything they need.
Awesome.
We have less than 10 seats left. So make sure you stop by on Friday or let Dirk know that you want to come. And then I guess the next time we see everybody, Amber, we will be doing Legion's Ladies Live.
Yes.
And Trevor, you're absolutely right. We're the embodiment of Taika Waititi's Kate Blanchett meme. Yeah. He's exactly right. Look at this new figure, hun.
Yeah, so everybody stop in if you're at the hotel Thursday night after intern. 7:30 on the 3rd floor. Amber and I and Stacy, and we would love to have you guys stop by and see us and have fun for Legion's Ladies live at Legion's Con.
What?
And of course, Nate, everybody will see you if they're at intern. They'll see you at intern.
Yep.
Otherwise, we will see you Friday morning for G-Con.
Yep. I'll be right there in the crowd with the rest of you, probably.
And then you are bringing prints. And did I hear something about originals that you're going to bring?
So it's looking more and more like this is going to be the only one.
Okay.
However, duly noted, for next year, I'm going to have to bring many. So, and many means more than one. So,
more than one. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be next year. But this year it'll be the one. I might have another one started, but even if it started, again, these are oil paintings. I don't know that I'll have time to let it dry because I would have to hand carry the thing on the plane, and I'm not carrying a wet oil painting on the plane. So the fact that this one needs to get done right away, so it has time to dry, then I'll feel better about it. But yeah, I'll have prints. I'm doing something a little new. Usually I've done 11 by 17 prints. I won't have any of those. I will have 9 by 6 prints. They'll be a little smaller.
Oh, cool.
It's of the portraits of the various Legacies characters that we've done over the last year. And then I'm also doing some Detolf sized backdrops for people. That's something that's been requested. And so I will have Cosmic Legion and Mythic Legion options for some custom backgrounds.
Fantastic.
I like that.
All right. So your table will be in the room where the armory experience is going
Correct.
to be. Okay.
Yep. And there's table sketches, please and thank you. That I will try. I will try to do that. Maybe Curtis will walk away with a Norsember sketch that I'll have to do at the table that day, because you have to do a sketch every day.
Yeah.
And it's in November, so then I'll have to do something.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to do a, female fairy for one of those days, that's mine.
Noted. Noted.
That's mine. Nobody else gets that one but me.
As long as we don't have Ricky coming after that one also.
No, he can't have that one.
That's
That
a
one's
hard
mine.
bargain.
Yeah, that one's mine.
Awesome.
All right. Nate, again, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Everybody, we hope to see you all at Legions Con. Just over 2 weeks. Let's do this. And thank you guys for joining us. And don't forget to stop by and see us on Thursday night for Legions Con. And we will be on Mod Squad Saturday morning. Amber, you don't have any shows before Legions Con, do you?
I do not.
All right. So we will see you there. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. And have a good